Welcome to Historic Horizons. We bring you amazing stories from history. Subscribe and enjoy the video. 1901 singing. Girls in Hong Kong. Young women performed traditional songs, giving a rare glimpse into early 20th century Chinese street culture. These singers were often part of tea houses and entertainment halls, preserving folk traditions. 1900, a dog wedding. People staged animal weddings as novelty entertainment, dressing pets in human clothes. Such shows reflected the quirky humor and growing fascination with photography. 1905 Berlin street scene. Early photography shows bustling city life before the devastation of two world wars. The photo captured horse-drawn carriages, trams, and people in daily routine. 1904, a baboon dressed like a person. Circuses and performers often dressed animals in clothes for public amusement. It reflected both fascination and cruelty in entertainment of that era. 1908 races, leaving Times Square for the Paris race. The Great Auto Race spanned continents, testing early automobiles across extreme conditions. Few cars made it to the end, but it proved the future of long-distance driving. 1905. A charitable Chinese man feeding a criminal in a congee. The wooden kang restrained prisoners in public as punishment. This moment showed compassion in a harsh justice system. 1910, the Muffin Man in London. A street vendor selling baked goods, immortalizing the nursery rhyme. Muffin sellers were common sights in working-class neighborhoods. 1908, children working. A 12-hour night shift in the US child labor was widespread in factories, long before safety laws. These children powered the industrial boom at great personal cost. 1910, black men in North Carolina, arrested for vagrancy and forced to work. It was a system designed to replace slavery through prison labor, known as convict leasing. It kept African Americans trapped in exploitation. 1910, Mark Twain, shortly before his death, the legendary writer and humorist, remembered worldwide, just days before passing. His works defined American literature and satire. 1916, German soldiers and their mule wearing gas masks in WWI, a desperate attempt to protect against chemical warfare, even for animals. It highlighted the horrors of modern war. 1918, map of Europe. A snapshot of borders redrawn at the end of World War I. Empires collapsed, and new nations emerged from the ruins. 1916, first lawnmower created. The invention changed how people maintained gardens and homes forever. It became a symbol of suburban living. 1923, Ruth Malcolmson, crowned Miss America. She was only 18 when she won the pageant, representing a new era of beauty contests. The competition became a cultural tradition. 1920s, prisoners transported on a motorcycle. An unusual way of moving captives, showing limited police resources of the time. It reflected early 20th century improvisation. 1923, Galen Jew, the strongest man on earth, famous for his extraordinary lifting feats in public shows. He became a symbol of human physical power in popular culture. 1923, police destroying corn whiskey in Chicago. Prohibition-era raids often ended with gallons of alcohol poured into streets. The law created more crime than it solved. 1925, Faces of War banquet for French WWI veterans in Paris. Soldiers with severe injuries gathered together, showing both loss and resilience. These men became known as the Broken Faces. 1924, dressing room at the Moulin Rouge. Dancers preparing for the famous Paris Cabaret, a center of nightlife. It symbolized glamour and freedom in the jazz age. 1930, Soviet children in sleeping bags going to their dorms. A glimpse of strict and communal childhood life under the Soviet system. Discipline was central to education. 1927, Helsinki street scene. Everyday European life caught between the wars. It was a calm before political storms. 1930s Dutch couple walking on the beach. A calm moment before the coming turmoil of World War II. Such photos captured everyday romance. 1930, couple celebrating New Year's Eve. Party hats and blowers marked the end of the Roaring Twenties. It was one of the last carefree years before the Depression. 1933, Franklin D. Roosevelt, at the start of his presidency. His New Deal policies aimed to lift America out of the Great Depression. His leadership reshaped American politics. 1931. German photographer Willy Ruger's parachute jump over Berlin. He captured a rare view of the city during descent. It symbolized daring experimentation in photography. 1935 soldiers departing. For Egypt, kissing loved ones goodbye. Families faced long separations during colonial service. The photo shows sacrifice and duty. 1934 policeman and Tower Guard in London. Security forces watched over the city during tense political years. Britain was preparing for growing unrest in Europe. 1939 drillers at work in Kilgore, Texas. The booming oil fields fueled industry and changed America's economy. The oil boom shaped Texas identity. 1936 woman using safety harness in Washington, D.C. Early attempts to promote road and traffic safety. It was part of campaigns to reduce accidents. 1939 to 1945 British Bulldog, guarding his home during the Blitz, symbolizing Britain's resilience during Nazi bombing raids. The Bulldog became a national icon. 1937 stage of the old New York Metropolitan Opera House, a grand cultural hub before being demolished. It represented the golden age of opera. 1941 actress Martha O'Driscoll kissing a soldier goodbye. A heartfelt wartime farewell in Los Angeles. Such images showed the human side of World War II. 1940 Lauren Beale with two cats. The pets looked almost like owls in this unusual portrait. Quirky photos like this became popular family keepsakes. 1943 Schoolboy using war ration book 2. Children were taught rationing to support their families in wartime. It was part of teaching responsibility. 1941 teenage Marilyn Monroe. A rare photo of Norma Jean before she became a Hollywood star. It showed the innocence before fame. 1943 blowing horns on Bleecker Street. New Year's Day. Joyous celebrations even during wartime. People found happiness in small moments. 1943. Japanese torpedo bomber shot down near US carrier. The dramatic photo caught it exploding mid-air. It reflected the brutal air battles of World War II. 1946, woman wearing UV-ray blocking cape. A quirky invention to protect against sunburn. It never became mainstream. 1945, Japanese mother and child amidst Hiroshima ruins. A heartbreaking scene after the atomic bomb. The image showed human suffering beyond statistics. 1948. Inventor Joe Gilpin riding motorized surfboard. He looked stylish while testing his unusual creation. It was a glimpse of futuristic leisure. 1946 NBC crew recording New Year's in Times Square. The early years of television broadcast. These moments shaped media history. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like to support our work and share your thoughts. In the comments,